Okay, Proverbs. I love the book of Proverbs, and I've been talking about doing a series, and so I'm going to be doing these quick little devotionals on Proverbs. I'm going to pick a proverb. We're going to work through the entire book. I have no idea how many of these videos we will do, but this is the first one. And the first verse that really stands out to me in Proverbs, it's Proverbs 1:7. I'm going to read it to you. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. So what does it say there? First, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, the respect, the reverence, the love for God and his standards. That's where knowledge begins. Not on television, not in Hollywood, not in music. It's not Taylor Swift. It comes from a fear of God, a respect for God and his word. But then it tells us fools despise wisdom and instruction. And so we know that wisdom and instruction comes from God. And if we despise that, the Bible is telling us that we are fools, that we are being foolish. Man, that is convicting. It's convicting because the world tells us that the world standards are what matter, and those standards shift and change all the time. And so right now we're living in a culture that is very post-Christian, right? Christian ideals, Christian viewpoints, they are no longer the flavor of the week. They once maybe kind of were, at least more so than they are now. And so we moved on from that. And what we have now is this very secular culture that tells us that faith doesn't matter and that the self, the gospel of the self, is where we should focus our thoughts, our feelings, your truth, my truth. And yet here we have this scripture. None of that matters. It's telling us the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Again, that's Proverbs 1:7. Remember, what you think and feel, it matters because it's a reality, but it is not the litmus test for right and wrong. What is right and wrong, what is true, that can only come from God. Don't be a fool, believe him.